Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that the state of Israel has a lot of organized plans of what yet to be done in Iran, specifically saying, regarding what we will do next in Iran, we have an organized plan with many surprises to destabilize the regime and enable change. We have many more targets, and I will not detail them here. Benjamin Netanyahu stated this on Saturday, a day before Mojtaba Khamenei was officially and publicly announced as the Iran's new supreme leader in Tehran's Vanak Square on Sunday, with residents in Middle East reporting with videos that Iran unleashed some numbers of massive waves of Fatah 2 hypersonic glide missiles straight at Israel shortly after the announcement of the Iran's new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei, many believed to be much more aggressive than his father, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The announcement of the new supreme leader was made known after days. The US President, Donald Trump, stated that the US will have a complete control of Iran and determine its leadership, which in one of the occasions, President Donald Trump stated verbatim that, well, most of the people we had in mind are dead, we had some in mind from that group that is dead, now we have another group, they may be dead also based on reports. The Israeli Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, in a nationwide message to the people of Israel on Saturday as made available by the Office of the Prime Minister, said countries can now see the hypocrisy of the United Nations, UN, following the US-Israel joint war against Iran, saying, the war is changing the face of the Middle East, and in his words, Benjamin Netanyahu said, at the same time, we brought all of our hostages home, struck the centers of terrorism in Judea and Samaria, climbed to the peak of Mount Hermon, and created buffer zones in Syria, Lebanon, and Gaza. As I promised you 2 days after October 7th, we are changing the face of the Middle East, but we didn't just change the Middle East. First and foremost, we changed ourselves, because after the great disaster of October 7th, I decided to lead a polar shift, powerful actions one after another, proactive and surprising actions, actions that dramatically change the balance of power between us and our enemies. The countries around us see the hypocrisy of the UN, which condemned us without reason in our just war against Iran's murderous proxies in Gaza, yet that same UN did nothing in the face of the mass slaughter in Iran. These countries, which were attacked by Iran, see the weakness and feebleness of leaders in the West who simply abandoned them. While Khamenei and his murderers slaughtered tens of thousands of Iranian citizens, where was the UN? Where were many countries in the West? And where was the international media that constantly condemns us with fake news? They were nowhere. They simply vanished. Together we rose from the terrible massacre of October 7th. Together we repelled our enemies step by step in the war of redemption. And we struck them hip and thigh. In Gaza, Sinwar and his murderers. In Lebanon, Nasrallah and his terrorists. In Syria, we brought about the fall of the bloody regime. Iran on Sunday officially named and announced Mojtaba Khamenei as the country's new supreme leader following the killing of his father Ayatollah Ali Khamenei in US